The matchup did not carry playoff implications. Both teams had already been eliminated. But pride, evaluation, and culture remained at stake. The Dallas Cowboys embraced that reality, and they walked away with a 30-23 victory, a win that mattered internally. From the opening kickoff, Dallas played with purpose. There was no sense of exhibition football. Execution mattered on every snap. Mistakes were managed, not ignored. The goal was clear, finish strong, and set a standard. The Washington Commanders fought throughout. They showed resilience despite limitations. But Dallas dictated tempo, controlled the clock, and answered every push. That difference defined the outcome. While the game lacked postseason drama, it delivered clarity. Dallas showed who they are when disciplined, when committed to fundamentals, and when focused on possession football. The result reflected that identity. The final score was close, but the flow rarely felt unstable. Dallas stayed in control, even when momentum briefly shifted. Execution late sealed the deal. Exactly what winning teams do. A holiday win may not rewrite the season, but it can frame the conversation. Dallas closed with authority and left Washington with few answers. The scoreboard confirmed it. 30-23, Cowboys. Dak Prescott steady despite pressure. Dak Prescott did not have his sharpest day. His completion percentage dipped to 51.4%, the lowest of his season, but efficiency took other forms. He threw for 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. Prescott absorbed pressure all afternoon. He was sacked 6 times, often forced to throw off platform. Timing routes suffered as a result. Accuracy wavered at moments, but composure never did. Despite the pressure, Prescott protected the football. He managed the game effectively and delivered when opportunities arose. His passer rating finished at 97.5, solid under difficult circumstances. One milestone stood out. Prescott recorded his 30th touchdown pass of the season, the 4th time in his career, tying Tony Romo for the franchise record. A quiet achievement. In a challenging year, targets were spread, but rhythm was inconsistent. CeeDee Lamb saw 10 targets, managed 5 catches for 46 yards. George Pickens was more efficient, for catches on 5 targets, totaling 78 yards. Prescott's performance was not flashy, but it was effective. He kept Dallas ahead, avoided costly mistakes, and complemented the run game. Exactly what the situation required. The run game changes everything. The Cowboys' offense found balance on the ground, even after adversity struck early. Javonte Williams exited at halftime with a shoulder injury, but the ground game did not stall. It surged. Williams had been productive early, 13 carries for 54 yards, setting the tone physically. Dallas rushed for 127 yards in the first half, controlling tempo immediately and wearing down the defense. After halftime, Malik Davis took over and delivered the game of his career. 20 carries, 103 rushing yards, both personal bests. At the perfect moment, Dallas finished with a season-high 211 rushing yards, a statement of physical dominance. The offensive line imposed its will. Run fits were exploited. Second-level blocking was consistent. Washington struggled to adjust. The commitment to the run mattered late. It shortened the game, limited Washington's possessions, and protected a narrow lead. Dallas trusted the ground attack, and it paid off. This was not just production. It was philosophy. When pressure mounted, Dallas ran harder. When time mattered, they stayed on schedule. The run game closed the door. Decisively. Defensive bend, not break. Dallas defense had moments of concern. They surrendered 138 rushing yards. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt was effective, rushing for 105 yards and scoring 2 touchdowns. A challenge throughout. One explosive play stood out. A 72-yard touchdown run. Untouched off right tackle, briefly swinging momentum and energizing the home crowd. Washington refused to fold. Still, Dallas controlled what mattered most. They limited quarterback Josh Johnson. The third-string passer threw for only 198 yards. No touchdowns. No explosive passing plays. No late-game breakthrough. Red zone discipline held. Pass rush forced hurried decisions. Coverage tightened when necessary. And adjustments followed mistakes. The defense responded after setbacks. That resilience mattered. Dallas forced key stops late, including a crucial 3-and-out. After a missed field goal, when momentum could have shifted, the defense answered immediately, restoring control. The unit was not perfect, but it was timely. And in complementary football, Timing outweighs volume. Dallas did enough defensively to secure the win. One of the game's defining factors came on critical downs. Dallas converted all 6 fourth-down attempts, a perfect rate, demonstrating confidence and execution. Under pressure, those conversions extended drives, kept the defense fresh, and drained valuable clock. Washington struggled to get off the field. Frustration mounted. Momentum tilted. Third downs also told a story. Dallas converted at a 40% clip. Not overwhelming, but effective enough. Combined with fourth-down success, it sustained possessions. Time of possession reflected dominance. Dallas held the ball for 38:44. Washington managed just 21-16. A massive gap, one that dictated pace and limited comeback chances. Total yardage reinforced the point. Dallas outgained Washington 480 to 328. Balanced production, sustained drives, and situational efficiency. Football fundamentals. Fourth down aggression was calculated, not reckless. The Cowboys trusted their preparation and their personnel. Each conversion reinforced belief and broke Washington's rhythm. In games like this, execution on key downs decides outcomes. Dallas was flawless when it mattered most, and that efficiency defined the afternoon, more than any highlight play or single statistic. First quarter sets the tone. Dallas opened with intent. The ground game was featured immediately. Williams and Davis combined for 44 rushing yards on the opening drive, establishing physical control. From the first snap, Prescott joined in quickly. A 19-yard completion to Pickens moved the chains and set up first and goal. The offense stayed composed and efficient. 2 plays later, Prescott found Jake Ferguson. A 6-yard touchdown pass, placed perfectly in the back of the end zone. An early 7-0 lead, and a confident start. Washington answered with energy. Deebo Samuel broke free for 41 yards, moving inside the Dallas 6-yard line. Momentum briefly shifted, but the defense stiffened. When it mattered, Jadeveon Clowney delivered a sack on third down, forcing a field goal attempt. Washington settled for 3 points instead of 7. A small moment with big implications. The opening quarter ended with Dallas in control. They dictated tempo, limited damage defensively, and set the tone physically. Exactly how road teams must start to win. Second quarter separation. Dallas began the second quarter already in scoring range. Another fourth-down conversion sustained the drive. Pickens made a key 19-yard catch on 4th and 1 at midfield. A momentum play and a statement. The drive lasted 17 plays, grinding and methodical, culminating in a 4-yard touchdown run by Williams, extending the lead to 14-3 and draining Washington's energy. Moments later, Dallas struck quickly. Prescott found Cavani Turpin deep. An 86-yard touchdown reception. Turpin outran the defense easily. A career-long score, and a sudden 21-3 advantage. That play tied for the 9th longest in franchise history, and marked the longest since 2023. Prescott to Lamb for 92 yards. Big plays still exist in Dallas' arsenal. Even when rhythm is inconsistent, explosiveness remains. Washington responded with urgency. A 5-play, 60-yard drive, helped by Dallas penalties. Krosky Merritt scored from 10 yards out, narrowing the gap, but not shifting control. Before halftime, Dallas answered again. Brandon Aubrey drilled a 42-yard field goal with 19 seconds remaining, sending the Cowboys to halftime up 24-10. A commanding lead, built on balance. Third quarter momentum swing. Washington opened the second half aggressively and found success quickly. After a Dallas punt, Krosky Merritt broke free. A 72-yard touchdown run. Untouched. The score tightened, and momentum shifted briefly. The crowd responded. Energy returned. Dallas faced pressure. For the first time, the response was calm. Dallas did not panic. They traded field goals. Aubrey hit from 52 yards. Washington answered with a 23-yarder. The score moved to 27-20. The Cowboys stayed committed to their plan. Run when necessary, pass selectively, and manage the clock. Washington's surge was acknowledged, but not feared. Defensive adjustments followed. Containment improved. Gaps tightened, and explosive runs disappeared. Dallas stabilized the game and prepared for the final push. Entering the fourth quarter, Dallas held a 7-point lead and controlled possession. The path to victory was clear. Execution would decide it, not emotion. The fourth quarter tested resolve. Momentum flirted with Washington. A missed 58-yard field goal by Aubrey gave the Commanders the ball near midfield. Opportunity loomed. Pressure mounted. Dallas defense responded immediately. A quick 3-and-out. No yards gained. No momentum shift. Just discipline and focus. The offense followed with a statement drive. 14 plays. 7 minutes and 33 seconds consumed. Relentless execution. Methodical progress. Clock domination. The drive stalled short of the end zone. But Aubrey redeemed himself. A 51-yard field goal, extending the lead to 30-20. A critical response. Under pressure, Washington chose to kick another field goal, cutting the deficit to 7. With just over 2 minutes remaining. A calculated gamble, but it left little margin. Dallas needed ball security. They delivered exactly that. 2 first downs. No mistakes. No urgency. The clock expired, and the game ended. A win that reflects identity. This victory will not define the season, but it clarified identity. Dallas played disciplined football, controlled possession, executed situationally, and closed strong. Prescott managed adversity. The run game carried the load. The defense bent but held. Fourth down execution was flawless, and clock management was elite. A complete team effort. The final score read 30-23. But control was the real story. Dallas dictated terms. From opening drive to final kneel. Even without playoff stakes, standards were upheld. Holiday games often test motivation. Dallas showed professionalism. They played for pride, for culture, and for evaluation. All three mattered. The Cowboys head home with momentum and clarity heading into the offseason. The blueprint is visible. Balance, discipline, execution. It may not have been the showdown fans imagined, but it was a win earned properly. On the road, on a holiday, by controlling the game. Exactly how winners finish.